Greetings and good afternoon, District 8 Democrats, and congratulations and thank you for staying here for this long morning and early afternoon, but that's what we do, isn't it? We're Democrats and we stay to get the job done. I'm Rosemary Marshall. I'm a proud Democrat and the former state representative of this great House district. I have known Leslie Herod for over 10 years. In fact, Leslie was a legislative aide when I was in office. She is experienced. She's worked as a senior human services and criminal justice policy analyst in the Colorado Governor's Office. She served nonprofits where she was a leader on LGBT equality and alliance building in communities of color. Leslie's passion for this community is unparalleled. She doesn't shy away from tough issues and is always ready to roll up her sleeves and fight with us and for us. Leslie needs to be the next state representative for House District 8. She doesn't just talk at us, she listens and she hears us. She will fight for us, for our children, and for our community. She is the strong, effective, and compassionate leader we need now. And that's why I am proud to nominate Leslie as the next state representative for House District 8.
Thank you, Rosemary. House District 8, how are you today? Yeah! It's great to see all of you guys filling this wonderful auditorium. My name is Spencer Duncan, and I too am a proud member of House District 8. This is my very first Denver Democratic Assembly. And with all of your help, you Bernie supporters, you will help me ride this train to Philly. Although the representative and I may not agree on who the next presidential nominee should be, we can agree on one thing. House District 8 needs a passionate and dedicated leader who is going to fight for our community. And that person is Leslie Herod. She is the right person at the right time for House District 8, and I am proud to second her nomination.
Thank you. Well, hello, House District 8 Democrats. My name is Leslie Herod, and I am running to be your next state representative. First, let me tell you what an honor it is to be nominated by my friend and mentor and the former state representative for House District 8, Rosemary Marshall. Thank you. And thank you, Spencer, for your second. All of my life, I have been fighting for justice and equality for all people. Some would even say that I came out of the womb fighting. In fact, I know my mom would say that. But the truth is, I got my fight from my mom. You see, my mother fought every day as a single mother to make sure that her children had the opportunities that she did not, the life that she didn't have. As an officer in the Army, she was often one of the highest-ranking African-American females on base. My brother and I were always so proud of her when she put on her uniform every day and went to work for our country. I remember our commissary days vividly. We would go shopping often in the evening, my mom still in uniform. And I remember one day we came across a young couple, a private and his wife. And I remember that day that instead of being saluted, my mom was spit on. While she was still holding my hand, my mother was spit on by her fellow American while saying she would never salute her. Oh, and I was scared for that woman that day. I had no idea what my mother would do. I expected a confrontation and a commotion, but to my surprise, my mom grabbed my hand and my brother's hand. She held her head up high, asked the soldier who his commanding officer was, and kept walking. I didn't realize then the significance of that moment, but I do today, and I hold it dear like a prized possession, because that was a lesson. You see, that wasn't the first time my mom had been spit on or disrespected simply for the color of her skin, or the sake that she was a woman, or even the fact that she was a single mom. She worked hard, and despite many obstacles, she became a respected and accomplished officer. I know that her silence in that moment was her sacrifice to us, and a display of the kind of grace and fortitude that exemplifies my mother. She fought for us, and she was never going to let a bigot take that away from her or from us. Now, I could talk about my mom all day, but since she is not the one running, let me tell you about why I'm here. As the president of the University of Colorado Student Union, I fought alongside many to build a progressive coalition that demanded the university not only be responsive to its top donors, but to all students, all of us who are fighting for a better life. Students who were first generation, low-income students, dreamers, and students of color, and even the LGBT student who recently came out to his family and was cut off from all financial resources. We deserve better than what we were given, and by the age of 20, I ran a $36 million budget and worked tirelessly to bring those resources back to the students. As senior policy advisor to Governor Bill Ritter, I fought to deal with the realities of Tabor in an economy that was in recession and a state budget that cut vital services to its bone. And even in that environment, we were able to expand unemployment insurance and keep intact safety net services that Coloradans needed then more than ever and still need today. And at the Gale Foundation, I worked with local and national leaders to bring marriage equality to all 50 states across this nation. I will always be so proud of the work that we did there. And today, as a mentor at Manual High School, I sit with young people, our future, as they struggle with the decision of whether to join a gang or to graduate. I am here today to tell you that the fight for justice and equality is not over. Today, I stand with you with a commitment to continue to fight for our community, this wonderfully diverse community that we all hold so dear. Now, there are many inspirational quotes that I can think of that capture a moment like this, and the one that comes immediately to mind is one of my idols, Barbara Jordan. She said what people really want is a community as good as its promise. It is with that determination and the determination of my mother that I will continue to fight for justice and equality right here in District 8. But I cannot do it alone, nor can any of us do it alone. Because this race is not about me or my opponent, it's about you. It's about our community. Here in this room today, we are all Democrats. In fact, we are the highest performing Democratic district of the entire state of Colorado. But it is time that we stand together and we say enough is enough. We must stand and say enough is enough when it comes to an education system that turns its back on the very child who came to school eager to learn, but falls further and further behind because our system does not put enough resources in K-12 education. A system that says it's okay that college grads graduate with a lifetime of debt because we refuse to fund higher education in the state. And a system where teacher pay has actually decreased over the past 20 years, and where the NRA would rather arm our teachers with guns than books. Enough is enough. We must take a stand and say enough is enough when it comes to the rising cost of living in Denver and throughout Colorado. A system that now says it's okay that a two-bedroom apartment in 5 Points costs $2,300, but refuses to raise the minimum wage. Enough is enough. And we must take a stand and say no more to a corrupt and unjust criminal justice system that perpetuates the prison industrial complex and places a higher value on filling prison beds than it does in classroom chairs. Enough is enough. Together, we will fight for a criminal justice system that is accessible and affordable for everyone. We will fight for a criminal justice system that keeps our communities safe and our families together and puts an end to private prisons for good. And together, we will fight for for a living wage for all of Colorado's workers. We will no longer shame the homeless and steal their possessions, and we will treat veterans and seniors with the dignity and respect that they deserve. Now, I have a proven track record for fighting for positive change in this community. That's who I am. But more important is my commitment to you, because I say enough is enough. And just as my mom worked so hard to fight for me and my brother, so too will I fight for this community. My name is Leslie Herod. I ask for your support today and your vote, because together we will build a community as good as its promise. Thank you.